The atmosphere inside the military camp was heavy, filled with silence and the weight of discipline. Yet, on that particular day, something extraordinary happened. Something that would be remembered not only by the soldiers present, but also by millions of fans around the world. Jin, the eldest member of BTS, made a rare and deeply emotional visit to Cha Eun-woo, the beloved ASTRO member currently serving his mandatory military duty. Rumors had been circulating that Eun-woo was under immense pressure, struggling with the isolation and the demanding environment of military life. When Jin appeared, it was not just a visit. It was a lifeline, a moment of comfort, and a reminder that even in the toughest times, friendship and brotherhood can heal the deepest wounds. Jin walked into the camp with his usual calm presence, his uniform perfectly pressed, his demeanor carrying the quiet strength of someone who has already endured the same journey. Soldiers whispered among themselves, astonished to see one of the most famous idols in the world standing in their midst. But Jin was not there for attention. He was there for Eun-woo. The two locked eyes, and in that instant, the tension seemed to melt away. Eun-woo's shoulders, once heavy with burden, began to tremble as he realized that Jin had come all the way just to see him, to remind him that he was not alone. The words Jin spoke were simple, yet they carried the weight of sincerity and love. "You're stronger than you think, Eun-woo. Every day you spend here is shaping you, not breaking you. Remember, you have millions of people waiting for you, loving you, and believing in you. And I am one of them." Those words pierced through Eun-woo's heart. His eyes filled with tears, and before he could stop himself, he broke down, crying openly in front of Jin. It was not weakness, it was release. It was the moment he allowed himself to feel, to be human, to let go of the pain he had been holding inside. Fans who later heard about this encounter were overwhelmed with emotion. Social media exploded with messages of support, admiration, and gratitude. The hashtag dedicated to Jin and Eun-woo's moment trended worldwide, proving once again the immense impact BTS members have not only on their fans but also on their peers in the industry. Jin's visit was not just about comforting Eun-woo. It was about showing the world that kindness, empathy, and brotherhood are more powerful than fame or success. What made this moment even more touching was the way Jin connected it to the rest of BTS. He reminded Eun-woo that every member of BTS had faced their own struggles, and yet they had always leaned on each other to rise again. RM, the leader, had carried the weight of responsibility countless times, guiding the group through storms with his wisdom. Suga had battled inner demons, turning pain into music that healed millions. J-Hope had been the light in the darkest times, his energy lifting spirits when everything seemed heavy. Jimin had shown vulnerability, proving that sensitivity is strength. V had embraced his unique voice and artistry, inspiring others to be unapologetically themselves. And Jungkook, the youngest, had grown into a symbol of resilience, showing that even youth can carry immense strength. Jin's words tied Eun-woo's struggle to the collective journey of BTS, making him realize that he was part of a larger story of endurance and triumph. The camp grew quiet as Eun-woo cried, but Jin did not let go. He placed a hand on Eun-woo's shoulder, steady and reassuring. "You are not alone," Jin repeated. "We all go through this, and when you come out, you will shine brighter than ever. Trust me." Those words echoed like a promise, not only to Eun-woo but to everyone who has ever felt crushed by the weight of expectations. It was a reminder that even idols, who seem untouchable, are human beings who feel pain, who cry, and who need comfort. This first part of the story captures the raw emotion of the moment. The tears, the words, the silence that spoke louder than any applause. It was a scene that fans will replay in their minds, a memory that will live on as proof of Jin's compassion and Eun-woo's vulnerability. And as the news spread, it became clear that this was not just about two idols. It was about the universal need for connection, for kindness, and for the courage to cry when the world expects you to be strong. The second part of this emotional narrative dives deeper into the aftermath of Jin's visit, exploring how his words resonated not only with Cha Eun-woo but also with the entire BTS fandom and the broader K-pop community. After Eun-woo's tears subsided, the atmosphere in the camp shifted. Soldiers who had witnessed the moment felt a newfound sense of unity, realizing that even celebrities, who often seem larger than life, share the same struggles and emotions. Jin's presence reminded them that resilience is not about hiding pain but about facing it with courage and support. Eun-woo, still wiping away tears, expressed his gratitude to Jin. Though his voice trembled, his words carried sincerity. "Hyung, I didn't know how much I needed this. I thought I had to endure everything alone, but you reminded me that I don't have to." Jin smiled, his eyes reflecting warmth. "That's what brothers are for," he replied. And in that moment, Eunwoo understood the true meaning of brotherhood, not just within his own group ASTRO, but across the entire K-pop industry. The ripple effect of Jin's visit extended far beyond the camp. Fans across the globe began sharing stories of how BTS had helped them through their own struggles. They recalled RM's speeches about self-love, Suga's lyrics about overcoming depression, J-Hope's infectious optimism, Jimin's heartfelt vulnerability, V's artistic courage, and Jungkook's relentless drive. Each member's journey became a beacon of hope, and Jin's act of kindness became the latest chapter in BTS's legacy of healing. The narrative was clear. BTS was not just a band. They were a family, and their influence reached far beyond music. Eunwoo's tears became symbolic. They represented the countless fans who had cried while listening to BTS's songs, who had found solace in their words, and who had felt less alone because of their presence. Jin's visit was a reminder that idols are not untouchable. They are human, and their humanity is what makes them powerful. The sincerity of Jin's words, the way he tied Eunwoo's struggle to the collective resilience of BTS, created a story that resonated deeply with everyone who heard BTS. The news spread. Fans began creating tributes, videos, and artworks celebrating the moment. The emotional impact was undeniable. CTR and RPM metrics soared as articles and videos covering the story gained massive traction, proving that audiences were captivated not only by the drama but by the authenticity of the emotions involved. This was not manufactured, it was real, raw, and deeply moving. The SEO keywords surrounding the event, Jin BTS, Cha Eunwoo crying, emotional moment, BTS comfort, dominated search engines, ensuring that the story reached millions worldwide. The second part of the narrative also highlighted how the other BTS members reacted. Though they were not physically present, each of them expressed support in their own way. RM reportedly shared words of encouragement, reminding Eunwoo that leadership is about carrying burdens together. Suga, known for his quiet wisdom, sent a message emphasizing the importance of turning pain into strength. J-Hope, ever the source of positivity, reminded Eunwoo to keep smiling even in the hardest times. Jimin, with his empathetic nature, expressed how proud he was of Eunwoo for showing vulnerability. V, with his artistic soul, encouraged Eunwoo to embrace his emotions as part of his journey. And Jungkook, the youngest, shared his admiration for Eunwoo's courage, reminding him that even tears are a sign of strength. Together, BTS stood behind Jin's gesture, proving once again that their bond extends beyond themselves. It reaches everyone they touch. The story concluded with a powerful image. Eunwoo, no longer weighed down by despair, standing taller, his eyes brighter, his heart lighter. Jin's visit had not erased his struggles, but it had given him the strength to face them. And for fans, that was the most important message of all. Life is not about avoiding pain. It is about finding the courage to endure it, with the support of those who love you. Jin's words, Eunwoo's tears, and BTS's collective strength created a narrative that will live on, inspiring countless others to keep going, to keep believing, and to keep shining even in the darkest times. The second part captures the aftermath, the ripple effect, and the broader significance of the moment. It ensures that the audience remains engaged for the full duration of the video, delivering not only emotional resonance but also SEO-rich content that maximizes reach and impact. Together, both parts form a complete, emotionally charged story that will captivate viewers for 10 minutes, leaving them inspired, moved, and deeply connected to the humanity of their idols.